Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Painted Dog TV. Aha. Nyala barking. It's also baboons alarm calling, everybody. Now I've got off the vehicle here, not far from camp. We've just gone through the Mumba Dam drainage line. I was investigating a set of female leopard tracks here, quite fresh. And I've now just heard the Nyala barking, probably somewhere close to the drainage line here, everybody. Still barking. Sort of halfway between us and Lemundur and Krip. It's very, very possible that it's this leopard that I've got tracks of here. That is very, very exciting. Right, good morning, folks. Hope everybody's well. Thank you for joining us. It's, as you can tell, rather frosty again here this morning. Ice cold. Oh, even the jackal's cold. Come on, jackal. There we go. All right. Let's try get closer to these alarm calls, everybody. Is this morning going to be the morning that we find a leopard? Oh, I really hope so. Very, very upset jackal. I do apologize for all the noise, everybody. Try to get her warmed up. Right, let's quickly say hello to all of our pack members. Good morning, Mary. Hello, Barbara. Morning, Carol. Good morning. Right, well, there you go. That was nice, quick and easy. Welcome, ladies. Good to have you with us. Welcome to all of you that are with us on the public channel. Very excited, guys. Very fresh tracks of leopard, and of course now the alarm calls of the Impala. See if that leopard walked up here. Doesn't look like it. So I think that leopard must have turned back there by the drainage line and is walking in the riverbed itself. I am hoping that it'll come out of this little riverbed though. Otherwise, at least in this first stretch of the river, we're going to really struggle to be able to get to where it is. So we'll just take it very slow here. Never know, but I might hear more alarm calls. But I said to Sierra and Andrew that we were definitely on a leopard mission this morning, and I couldn't have hoped for a better start, finding fresh tracks straight out the gates and then hearing the alarm calls now. There's also some rhino tracks here. White rhino. I believe there were 2 white rhino bulls fighting at Seskankrip last night, by the way, guys. I'd spoken about the number of different bulls that I've been seeing at Seskankrip lately, and I wondered whether their territories all sort of met in the same position. Apparently 2 of them disagreed on that, so having a big fight. Just as we were wrapping up our drive last night, it was called in that they were fighting their 2 big bulls. Not sure which bulls yet. There was some footage. Sightings group. Need to try have a closer look at it. It was in the dark, so quite which bulls they are. I had a quick look at the video this morning, but I reckon there's a good chance it's Ubuntu, the bull we saw there most recently, and probably bull number 10. I think they've been trying to fight for this territory. Right, I'm just going to switch off again here, everyone. Just listen. Good morning, Jan. Glad to see you nice and hot. We're the polar opposite right now. Morning, Guido. Morning, Wendy. Hope you're both well. We're hot on the trail of a leopard here this morning, folks. I had fresh tracks and then had some alarm calls pretty close to where we are here now. bush is very quiet again now, however. Just a couple of birds that are starting to stir. And slowly make our way towards Lemundo. Hope is that we're heading that direction. Now the tracks are of a female leopard. So I would presume it's Kudu Krip 2-3. Oh, it's beautiful in the morning. So still, I just love this morning chorus, birds. My favourite time to be out in the bush. Definitely worth braving the cold. Imagine this leopard was just draped across one of the limbs of this massive marula tree up here. Oh, that would make my day, my month, maybe even my year. She's not up there though. It is the perfect tree, however. I've passed this marula tree just about every day. Always hoping to see her up there. One day it'll happen. Could have sworn I heard another single bark of an Impala down here. I can still hear the baboons shouting every now and then. But what's interesting is there's two leopards in this area. There's tracks of a male leopard on that road going northeast. They're a little bit older, from maybe early last night, because there's some civet tracks on top of that male leopard's tracks going that direction. But the tracks we had back here were of a female and they were fresh. From sometime early this morning, maybe an hour ago or so. So I think the alarm calls are for the female. This male will probably be long gone by now, unless he's picked up on the female. He might have turned back and headed toward her. But male leopards have much larger territory, so they cover much larger ground every night. So I'm not going to follow his tracks for now. Let's head towards the alarm calls and see if we don't have any luck with further sign of the female. That male leopard is heading towards Kudu Krip, going that way. Fresh elephant tracks here as well. Looks like one of the bulls. Heading up towards Lumunda and Krip. I say fresh, it's also probably sometime last night, middle of the night maybe. A number of other animals that have walked on top of the elephant's tracks, genet, even an Impala. See his dung here in the middle of the road of this big bull. Still quite shiny, so still a bit wet. Maybe we're going to see an elephant this morning as well, everybody. Just listening again. I don't hear anything now. And I haven't seen tracks of a leopard again yet. Going to take this sneaky little road that cuts down towards Lamunda and Krip here. Watch your heads. Huge anticipation levels right now, everybody, as we get very close to Lamunda and Krip. We're about to come out at this little waterhole just here in front of us. Nobody here right now. Mary asks, are you loving the temperature, Sarah? No. That's a very quick answer, no. Mary, very quick. There's no need to ask Andrew about the temperature. Goshawk, dark chanting. No tracks of any predators that have come past the water last night. Only tracks there. Giraffe. Drop back down into, or go through the Rietspruit River here, everybody. Let's see if she's come past this point, see if there's any tracks there. And then I'm actually going to work my way into the Rietspruit River, go a bit further south. Towards a big open sodic area where we've had quite a few lion sightings in the past as well. Pause again. Just heard one of Impala. When you hear these alarm calls, it's always worth just sitting, listening for a while. very often the leopard will vocalize after the Impala, Nyala, kudu, whatever it is, has spotted them and sounded their alarm. But I'm not hearing anything now. And it was only one shout from one Impala. That elephant bull turned off the road back there again. I'm not too sure which way he's gone. He might have come down to feed in the riverbed. That leopard walked here. Where did she go from here? This track here is angling straight down into the riverbed here. I can't see any other tracks, but that's because of all the rocks. But perhaps she's walked down the riverbed here. And perhaps it was somewhere around here that we heard the first Nyala barks. Her tracks definitely go down the riverbed there. Right, so we need to get into this riverbed, everybody, but we can only enter it quite a bit further downstream from here. But that is what it is, so let's go to that point and see if she's come past there. What I am going to do as well, everybody, is quickly go to my favorite rock. That beautiful, massive, rocky outcrop on the bank of the river here. The one I'm always talking about, potential den site for the cats. Great area. I'm just going to quickly go have a look. Maybe she's lying on top of that rock for us this morning. Mind's blown. Let's go have a quick look there first. We can't get the vehicle into the river there, but it's a great spot to just have a quick look around. I'll also, if she's not on top of the rock, then just drop into the river there on foot and have a quick look and see if she's gone past that point, because it's only 400 yards, maybe 500 yards down the river from where we have her last tracks there to that rocky outcrop. So she's bound to go past it. I told you all that I also had baboons alarm calling earlier. It could have been her as well. Those baboons, I think, sleep in the trees close to the riverbed, close to where that rocky outcrop is. Mary, I'm just reading your comment now. That's wonderful. Lioness tracks here. That's interesting. One lioness. We spoke about last night how I thought that there's a possibility the pride might change their plans entirely because of the male lions that they could hear roaring. And it looks like there's tracks of one lioness coming down here. There's tracks of 2 lionesses that came down here. So, which cat is going to be sitting on top of the rock? Or the leopard? Tracks straight to this rock. And the answer is neither. That's that perfect little spot right there, everybody, where I'm always dreaming of seeing a leopard just grooming herself on top of the beautiful black rock. And just imagine that shot, the contrast. Right, I'm going walkabout. I won't be gone long. I'm just going to quickly have a look to see, well, where these lionesses have gone, but also if that leopard's come past this point. I'll be back with you guys shortly. Yeah, right. Buddy. Jeez, that was incredible. So I'm down there in the river looking at which at this point, by the way, a female leopard. And like obviously nose to the ground, busy following the tracks of her. And then the lions erupted. So the lions are very close by, everybody. It sounds like I think the males have found the females as well. Sounded like males roaring. And I didn't actually see any lion tracks down there. But the lions are very close by. They're just the other side of the river here. I think what we'll do, everybody, is we'll go back to Leopard and Krip, cross over the river and try see if we can find the lions, and then go back along that side of the river to a point where I can eventually enter the river again and see if I have any further signs of the leopard, because I can't enter the river here anyway. Man, but it's beautiful down there in this riverbed. I wish I could take you all with me when I go walking down there. But what a rush being in the river and hearing that. It sounded like those lions were with me, because obviously when the sound then enters the riverbed, it echoes off the walls, off the banks of the river. An amazing moment, for me at least. Anything on the radio? Kevin for Gareth. Kevin for Gareth. So the lions have done a full 180, everybody. All of them were up heading towards the corridor heading towards Kaya. And now we've got them almost right up against the western side of the reserve. So they've done a full turnabout. Oh. Very exciting. Kevin for Gareth.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I had my radio down. Have there been any updates for the last 20 minutes?
Nothing. Has just been some rhino and Kaya.
Okay, copy that. Audio of lions vocalizing very close to the deep slit, but on the western side, only a couple hundred meters north of Leopard and Krip.
Okay, copy. Yeah, I'm still on Leadwood. I didn't hear anything this time.
Now this leopard, if we are close to it, everybody, which I think we are, is obviously going to react to the lions by moving away pretty quickly, trying to conceal itself and not be picked up by the lions, which might not aid our cause in finding her this morning. I'm not saying that I'm giving up. I never do. But that is most likely what would have happened. And you never know, the lions might even be roaring in response to actually having seen that leopard. They will do that as well. It's almost like a show of force to the other predator. Oh, look at this beautiful light.
Be the lights just engaged in one place.
Yeah, pretty much. Also listening to the lines, it sounds like at least two of the animals are a couple hundred yards apart. The roaring was coming from two different positions. Might be why they are roaring as well, maybe just trying to relocate one another.
I've gone between Asper Road and Douglas Road, kayak south and moving west.
Oh, well, that's good news, everybody. The male cheetahs have been located on Kaya, on the southern fence line, but moving west. So we might get lucky this afternoon with the male cheetahs. That would be awesome. Haven't seen them in a while. Right, now we are almost exactly bang on the money as to where I heard these lions vocalizing, folks. But I do think they're still between the road we're on and the riverbed, which is a good 400 yards now to our right. We'll just see if we don't find any of them on the road here or find any tracks on the road here. Whole bunch of Impala here, looking all very relaxed and happy. Some hyena tracks. It's interesting, it's the first time these lions are vocalized, at least since we've been going this morning, everybody, because we've had the vehicle off quite a lot this morning. We would have definitely have heard these lions beforehand. But this is the first time they've vocalized. Now that's in reaction to something. Maybe they've heard the other lions, maybe they bumped into this leopard. It also makes me think that they have probably been hunting, which is why they've been quiet. But they broke the silence 10 minutes ago. I still don't have any tracks of them here. My goodness, more leopard tracks going south. These leopards are taunting me. She was. You have to wonder how many different leopards, how many different individuals tracks we've come across this morning. Or is it maybe one or two of the same individuals that have just covered a lot of ground in the area we've been operating in? Big prominent game path that crosses the road here. Wonder if these lions might come out on this game path. No tracks the lions coming across here. If these lions stay where they were vocalizing everybody, we might not actually get to them this morning. This block is very difficult to get into. Very, very thick bush. Good morning, Di. Hope you're well. Lovely to have you with us. We've been tracking a whole bunch of cats this morning. First leopard, now lions. I've heard the lions roaring. Haven't found the lions yet. Looks like they might be in quite a difficult area in terms of accessibility with the vehicle. Right, so this little road I'm on here now takes us back to the river. You never know, the lines might have dropped back into the river and continued along the river. I'm going to see now if we find any tracks there. Might just switch off and listen here for a bit as well. Maybe we get lucky and hear them roaring again.
Take your time there. I'm going by corridor, then I'll come back.
I'm also intrigued, everybody, to see if this leopard came past this point as well. A bunch of baboons launching out of the trees on the far side there. Not happy to see us. So these will be the baboons we heard alarm calling earlier this morning. I just wonder if, or which cat they were alarm calling for. Was it the lions? They're certainly not happy to see us, however. They're in a hurry to move on. Baboons at the top of the tree there just watching us. Oh, there they go. Very, very nervous of human beings out here, baboons. And that's because they often get prosecuted as they venture into the citrus farms that surround the Rietspruit Game Reserve. So rightfully so, that they are quite nervous of human beings or vehicles. There's one youngster that's just climbed to the top to come and poke his head out and look at us. He's dropped back in. He's like, yeah, okay, no, they're definitely people. I'm out of here. Watch your side. Right, so no signs of any other cats there in that stretch of the river. So I'm thinking this leopard's made a hasty retreat away from the lions. Also, I'm convinced that those lions are just sitting very close to the western bank of the Diepsloot River. They haven't moved yet. Just going to check a couple of the open areas up here, everyone, and just see if they might have come back across the river to this point. Quite clearly the elephants were here last night, folks, and it looks like their tracks continue north. So I think what we'll do is I want to give these lions some time to move. So I'm going to head up towards Seskant Krip. I think these elephants have headed that way. See if we can find the elephants, and then we'll work our way back to where those lions were vocalizing. Because the tracks we had of the lions came from this side down towards that butte. They then must have somewhere there crossed through the river, and then we've heard them vocalizing. So we were very close to them where this mission started earlier. I don't think they would come back across the river to this side again. It's likely they're going to continue west. So let's just have a quick look around Seskant Krip, see if any of the elephants show themselves, and then we'll work our way west again. Mary, I see you've asked the question, do the baboons have enough of a healthy fear for human beings and therefore don't bother the homeowners? No, they do bother the homeowners. And the biggest problem with them, particularly for homeowners with thatched roofs, is that they pull the thatch looking for all the bugs that live inside the thatch. And that's a very expensive maintenance problem to have. Now, you're not allowed to shoot baboons, you're not allowed to shoot anything on this reserve. And so it is a bit of a problem having to deal with that issue. Quite a lot of the homeowners on Leadwood, however, do have dogs as pets, and that will stop most baboons from entering the property. But yeah, they are quite a nuisance around the homes. We love having them around, of course, but like I say, it's a very expensive exercise having to repair your thatched roof on a regular basis. Plus, they are very messy. Some Impala up ahead here, everybody. Just trying to warm up in the first bit of morning light. Beautiful. Hold on tight, everybody. There's monkeys alarm calling behind us. Don't know who this would be, whether it's leopard or lion, but we know monkeys. Well, we also do know, I suppose, because we recently found out that there's a crowned eagle that's been hanging around these parts. So you never know, it could be the crowned eagle again. But there are definitely monkeys alarm calling somewhere down here. I've taken the wrong road. They're further south than I'd originally thought. Sounds like they might be just a bit further east of the reservoir, everybody, these monkeys. So you never know, the lions might have turned around and are heading past the reservoir. We know they like to go past that point. Just making sure I still have Sierra and Andrew with me. don't see any lion tracks on the road here. Oh dear. Monkeys have gone quiet. Impala alarm calling now back behind us, everybody. Classic. Right, so the lions came from here. You can clearly see that now. Everybody. The Impala we drove past earlier. Your mic's off. Sorry everybody, I've forgotten to switch my mic back on. Right, so just to catch you up everybody, you missed nothing. We've turned around and we're heading back to some more alarm calls, which are the Impala we were with earlier. By the sounds of things. The monkeys unfortunately went quiet on me, so I'm not too sure what they had seen. Now I did hear the lions roaring again, but it sounds like they're still in a very similar position west of the river. But we're going to head back to where these Impala are alarm calling now and see if we don't have any luck. All quiet once again. So here's the herd of Impala, everybody, that we were enjoying just before I sped off for those alarm calls. But they seem all pretty settled here. Thought it might have been them that was alarm calling now, but it must be other Impala. Oh no. The monkeys are alarm calling again behind me. Just spotted a rhino, everybody. Sierra will be able to zoom in on it now on the road, way off in the distance beyond the Impala. White rhino. Bull, I think, judging by its size. Oh, that's an awesome shot with the Impala in the foreground and the white rhino at the back there. It really is lovely. Tell you what, this is a big herd of Impala. Still streaming out here in front of us. Trying a bull just marking his territory there now, which definitely confirms that it is a bull. You won't see females kicking dung like that. The baboons have just started firing off again behind. I'm going to go and have a look, because I think there's a good chance it's the lions. What a lovely sighting that was, though, of the Impala and the rhino. Mary, I was thinking the exact same thing. It's amazing. It's been an exciting morning, that's for sure. Gee whiz, there's so much going on in this area at the moment. It's magic. Just love it. And obviously a little bit frustrating that I haven't been able to find any of the predators, but it's still loads of fun. Now, we obviously saw those baboons earlier, everybody, where they descended the tree and it looked like they wanted to head south. And I just wonder now if maybe one of these lions hasn't walked close by to where these baboons are. Go have a close look there. Might then head after that back towards where the monkeys are once again alarm calling. Very noisy aeroplane, just not helping us right now either. Baboons are shouting here though, I think, in the riverbed still. Yeah. Perhaps the lions are on the move. So no lions in the riverbed, everybody. This is where the baboons are, but I think the baboons are a little bit spread out. I think they've started foraging for food. So perhaps the ones we heard alarm calling are further up, away from the river. And I just now can hear Impala alarm calling west of the riverbed again, which I'm convinced is the lion. So we're going to go and check that out. We'll have to go and have a look around where those monkeys were alarm calling perhaps this afternoon. Won't have enough time to investigate both areas for the morning. Just a reminder, everybody, that the keyword for this week is giant. So for those of you who are keen on getting your hands on a stunning image of a white rhino, please remember to submit the keyword giant to Painted Dog TV. Right, now let's hope that these lions have moved out to the road. I do recall driving past some Impala here. As I say that, there are some Impala in front of me. Don't know if it was them that was alarm calling though. They all look pretty relaxed. Lions roaring again now, everybody. Awesome. And it does sound like they have come out on the road. Now it's interesting, there are some lion tracks back there going north, the opposite direction. In fact, there's lion tracks all over the place here now, on top of our vehicle tracks. We drove this road earlier today. So the plan has worked, giving the lions a bit of time to come out of the block they were in, come back to one of the roads so that we can access the area. And I've just heard that lion, one of the lions roaring this way. But it is interesting, this track's going both directions. I wonder if it's the males trying to catch up with the pride. Oh, it was pretty close by to where we are here. Morning, Liz. Lovely to have you with us. We've had a very exciting morning. Lots been going on, lots of tracks, lots of alarm calls, and a lioness right here in front of us, everybody. And they've got blood on their faces, at least one of them does. Jackpot! Oh, that's brilliant. You see the second lioness coming into the road now. She's got blood on her face, but I can tell you now what's happened here, everybody. The pride have made a kill, and the males have stolen it from them. Something small would be my guess. You see the one lioness, only one lioness had blood on her face. Both of those lionesses. This block here to our right, which unfortunately is a very difficult block to get into. But oh, the lionesses are roaring. What a treat. The second one is just almost moaning with its contact call in response to the other roaring. It's amazing. Yeah, so I was just going to say, everybody, I put my money on the fact that there's some male lions busy finishing off an Impala somewhere here to our right, because that's where these two lionesses have just come from, and one of them's got blood on her face. Located two lionesses on Roy Rantjies, south of Ses Roy, mobile south towards Lemunduring Wes. That's awesome to see as well. You see that, everybody? Lioness scent marking. Just shows you that they are territorial as well. Listen to all the birds now alarm calling. They've picked up on the scent of the males here, I think. That's what they're busy investigating. Just saw one of the lionesses give off that phlegm and grimace. There you can see it again now. So one of the lions, I'm sure, urinated here in the middle of the road. Both of them now using that amazing organ on the top of their palate, the organ of Jacobson, just to test the scent of the other animal. question now is, where are the other 3 members of the pride? Are they still back there trying to get a bite out of whatever it is they've killed, where the males are most likely to be? Or have they already left the scene? And these 2 are now trailing the rest of the pride. That is a possibility. You can see these 2 are now clearly following a very prominent game path, leaving the road here. They are definitely trying to reconnect with their pride, which is obviously why we had one of them vocalizing just a little while ago.
There's a male.
Aha. The plot thickens, everybody. One of the male lions hot on the trail of the lionesses here. Incredible. Just wonder now if there's any other males. Yeah, there's another male en route.
Michael leading the last of the 2 male species, corridor unattended.
Oh, he's walking much better today, everybody. This is the injured male that we have coming towards us here. I'm happy to see he's still getting about okay. He is rather skinny. So he'll be desperate to keep up with these lionesses and his brother. That lioness is vocalizing again. This is fascinating, everybody. You know, we don't know exactly what's played out here this morning. We've obviously only got 2 lionesses and 2 males. So you have to wonder where the rest of the pride is. Let's see if we can keep up with them. I'm not going to be able to follow them through there, everybody, but I think they might be heading towards Lemundur and Krip. And yeah, the question remains, is the rest of them out that way? Or are they all returning, moving away from where there's almost certainly been a carcass? As we saw, the one lioness had blood on her face, so they caught something, but it might have been something very small, because those male lions also wouldn't have abandoned a carcass. Yeah, what an exciting morning, everybody. These lions were up and down all over our vehicle tracks here from this morning. So they were hunting here.
Of the hilly Poole, he's heading south on the western bank of the, just near Sandy Corner.
I've now got 2 male lions trailing these 2 lionesses. They've left the road of Royrankis and they're cutting south and east back towards the Diepsloot River. Impala up ahead here. They're running and they know that these lions are here. That's obviously why they're running. There's more lion tracks on the road here, everybody, but going both directions again. Just busy watching some Impala here to my left, everybody. They're all very busy grazing at the moment, and I'm just wondering, are these lionesses perhaps? Ah, there we go. They've just sounded the alarm call. Right on the money. These lions must be close by. Yeah, here we go. I can see one of the lionesses. Impala running, scattering. Let's go a bit more forward here for Sierra. Sierra, this gap here to your left, directly opposite you. She's going to walk through there now. You got her there? Here we go. So she was coming to, these lionesses were coming to have a look at these Impala. So obviously the jig is up now, everybody. Impala alarm calling all around us now, everybody. Mass panic as the Pride is on the move. Waiting for the males. You can hear the Impala firing off again. Shame they're having a horrid morning while we're all enjoying ourselves. Oh, wow, that almost gave me a heart attack. Impala right behind me here, everybody that I didn't even know was standing there, has just sounded the alarm. I can't connect to TeamSpeak, guys. You'll just, thanks. These Impala behind us were obviously late to the party. They hadn't seen the lions yet. Gee, it's incredible how loud that alarm call is. Can any stations copy me?
FM. 55 Gareth, morning.
I've got 2 of the lionesses and 2 of the male lions on the Roy Reinkies. They're heading south and east towards Lemundering.
Okay, copy. Thanks, Gareth. I'm going to make my way to down. Thanks.
Shame, I think a couple of the other guides have been operating in the east of the reserve, hoping to pick up on the lions, which is obviously where they were last night and the direction they were headed, close to the corridor, heading back towards Kaya, and now we've found them all the way here, right on the western edge of the reserve. So they gave everybody the slip.
We're also going to make our way for about 15-20 minutes out.
Copy that. I won't be staying much longer, but they should come out now on Lemundering, just west of the Deep Slit. They're steadily mobile south looking for the rest of the pride. They might go past Lemundur and Krip.
Copy.
But aren't we lucky, everybody, that we got to see them. It's just been an amazing morning. Now I'm just going to see where they're going to come out here. I would imagine they're going to come out close to the riverbed. Try get all of you one last look at the lions before we wrap up for the morning. But also just so that I can give everybody else an update of exactly where they're moving before we head back to camp. I just heard a lion roaring in front of me. Yep. They're going to come out just here. Can't see them yet, everybody. It is, of course, very, very dense vegetation here. Maybe they're not going to come through on this particular point. They might come out just ahead of us here, closer to the river. Oh, there you go. She was about to come out right here. Just going to quickly turn the vehicle around here, folks. Look at that, eh? Going straight across the road. Almost as if they know exactly where they're going. That's the lioness just crossed the road now. I can hear the males moving. They'll obviously be hot on the trail of the lionesses. So we'll just stand by here, everybody. I'm sure we're going to see the males cross the road pretty much the same point. Here comes the first male. Incredible how they, can follow these lionesses just on scent. They can't see those lionesses. They can smell them. Hello, boys. Incredible. That was pretty good, guys. Love it, love it, love it, love it. What a morning. All right, everybody, we're going to say goodbye to you all here and head for home. Thank you so much for all of you that joined us. I hope you all had fun. What an epic morning. And we hope that you can all join us again this afternoon, guys. I look forward to coming out and spending more time with you here on the beautiful Rietspruit Reserve. But for now, we're going to say goodbye. Have a lovely day, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.